Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today on Senior Fitness with Meredith. So today's live stream workout, we are doing our air ball workout. So if you have an air ball, that's what you'll go ahead and grab. It's a playground ball, nothing too large because we do put it in between the knees, behind the knee, things like that. And I want something that you can grip onto. So it has to be small enough that your hand can wrap around it and hold it. So if you don't have an air ball, you can still do the workout. You can use a towel that you can wrap up and just have some resistance on. I wrapped up the shirt that I had on earlier. You can use that as resistance. You can use a small pillow. You don't have to use anything at all. Remember, this workout can be done just doing body movements, just using the strength of your body. So say we're doing with the ball in between our hands and we're pressing into the ball, just press into the palms of your hands together. So remember, do what feels best for you. Don't always have to think I have to rely on a piece of equipment, because if you don't have it, you can still do the workout with us. All right, so I'll give you time to get your piece of equipment if you're choosing to use any. And then other things that we will need. We're going to start with our cardio warm-up, and we're actually going to use the ball throughout that. So make some space unless you're choosing to stay seated. Make sure you have that comfortable, sturdy chair that you're going to be in. And if you are going to start standing, have that chair close by, because we will eventually get into that chair. So we're going to start with the cardio warm-up. We're going to have a seat to do some upper, lower, and core movements. We're then going to transition to stand, do some more upper, lower, core, then we'll end back in our chair. So a lot of up and down today, so be mindful of that. Always doing what feels best for you at this moment. We're not thinking about how we were yesterday or years ago or what we want to be doing. How do we feel right now? Listening to that, very important. It's a good thing to remember. So grabbing all your stuff, always having your water close by, and a big thank you while you're getting everything to everyone who's joining in or able to join in, or maybe you're not joining in live and you're watching this later. Thank you. I'm going to put these to the side. So remember, throughout the workout, I'm going to talk about the air ball. If you're not holding anything or you're holding something else, obviously that is what I'm speaking of. But I'm just going to say air ball or playground ball intermittently throughout the entire workout. So just know that's what I'm speaking about. All right. I gave you plenty of time. I talked long enough. Got everyone ready and excited, right? We're ready and excited for this Saturday morning, afternoon, or evening, for some of you, workout. All right. I'm going to turn the music on. We're going to get started with our cardio warm-up. All right, let's do it. I'm excited. I like air ball workouts. All right. Nice and light to start. Like I said, we're holding on to the air ball. You don't have to, especially for the warm-up, if it seems like you're struggling to get your movements and everything right. The ball can go down to the side, but just holding on to it either with one hand or both hands, if you're choosing. We're slowly warming the body up. So remember, let's focus. Core tight, lengthen the spine, relax those shoulders down. Especially if we're holding on to the ball, we're going to slowly feel, we usually don't feel, we'll slowly have those shoulders creep up. We don't even realize it because we're focusing. Relax them down. All right. We're just going to do 2 big deep inhales and exhales. The arms can go up. Again, you can hold on to that ball if you choose. Big deep inhale, arms up and around. And exhale. One more time. Big deep inhale, arms up and around. And exhale. Just keeping that march going. Slowly bringing those knees a little bit higher. Moving those arms a little bit more. Big deep inhales and exhales. Keeping those abdominals pulled in tight. Nice length in the spine. And again, remember, if you're choosing to stand and you need something close by, have that chair, wall, or countertop close by. You just need to feel a little bit more balanced, steady, and sturdy, okay? We're going to move with our march if you're comfortable with that. We're going to take 4 steps forward and 4 steps back. Let's go. So 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2. Let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Going to your range of motion if you're choosing to bring that ball up. Doesn't have to go all the way overhead. Let's do 3 more. 2. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Go back to that march, just marching it out, finding our posture and form in between each movement, even during our warm-up. Even if it's early morning or late at night, if you've done exercise earlier in the day, you haven't done anything yet. Remember, very important to slowly warm up the body. Don't just get into your workout, even if it's just a 1 or 2 minute warm-up. Getting everything warmed up and focusing on posture and core. All right. Next thing, let's open up those legs. So we're doing kind of a wide march. Both hands are going to go on the ball. We're just going to tap our foot to the side and swing our ball side to side. So when that ball goes over towards the right, we tap our left toes, tap the right toes. Just letting the ball go in between the hands if you're holding on to it. Inhale, exhale. 3, 3, 2, 2. 1 more on each side, loosening up the body. Come back to that wide march. Now bring those feet back in. Regular march. Good job. Both hands go back onto the ball. It's going to press straight out in front of you as you alternate your toe taps behind you. All right, so toe tap right, toe tap left, press to the front. Light pressure on the ball right now. You can even hold it in your fingertips. We're not focusing on resistance yet. We'll get to that. This is really just to add the ball into our warm-up. Abdominals pulled in tight. Keep that length in the spine. 4, 3, 2, 1 more each side. Come back to that regular march again. Nice and tall. Deep inhale, exhale. Relax those shoulders down. I felt mine creeping up a little bit. Release. Toe taps are going to go to the front. The ball's going to go back in front of us, but at a slight diagonal, so it's not going straight overhead. Almost that 45-degree angle. Again, both hands onto the ball. We tap, tap. Inhaling and exhaling. Find your breath pattern. Don't hold it. 3, 2, 1 more each side. Come back to that march. Do those 2 big deep inhale exhales, bringing that ball up and around, transferring it for each one. So big deep inhale, arms up and around. And exhale. 1 more. Big deep inhale. And exhale. Keep a little march going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Grab water if you'd like. I'm going to pull my chair over. This is where you will have a seat now. Remember, transitioning into your seat carefully if you are standing. Just did a warm up with cardio. Try not to bring your head below your heart. All right. So having a seat, remember, grab water when you need. A great time when we transition from seated to standing, standing to seated. Good times to do that. All right. We're going to focus on our upper body to start. So we're nice and tall in our chair. If you can, and it's available to you, scooch yourself up so you're almost towards the edge of that chair. A lot of times, you know, when we sit down in a chair normally, we sit towards the back, perfectly fine. But to really focus on keeping that core engaged and to not forget, scooch yourself up to the front of that chair. Bring those feet right below you, nice and tall. Abdominals tight, lengthen the spine, shoulders are relaxed. So holding the ball, now it's in between the palms of your hands. So we're not holding it with our fingertips. Palms of our hands. We're going to put a little bit of length in our arms, keeping that slight bend in the elbows. I want your gaze to follow the ball. We're going to make nice big figure eights through the air. Again, this is still warming up, so we have light resistance on that ball, getting upper body and core really engaged and moving. We'll even get into our hips a little bit. So gaze is on the ball. We go down, up, and around. Down, up, and around. Slow movements, inhaling and exhaling. Make those big figure eights in the air. Inhale and exhale. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, 1 more each way. We're going to come back to center. I'm going to say something that I forgot to say earlier. I see everyone chiming in. If you see me look over, I'm always looking at the screen to see. Let me know where you're watching from, and I'll get to those at the end. After we finish our stretch, I'll get through everyone and say hello to everyone. So if you get a chance, let me know that you're watching and where you're watching from, and I greatly appreciate that. All right, sorry, I didn't say that earlier. Nice and tall, in between the palms of our hands. Now we're focusing on resistance, entire upper body. Press into those palms, we exhale. Gently release, inhale. Exhale, inhale. So really feeling the muscles of the chest working. We'll feel into our biceps, our triceps. We're keeping those shoulders relaxed, but they're slightly lifted, so we'll feel those, and we'll even get into the upper back. Exhale, inhale. Core is always engaged. It's keeping us nice and tall and steady in our chair. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. I want pressure to stay in the palms of your hands. So you're keeping that muscle resistance entire time. We're going to press it up to your range of motion. Release it to chest level, press it straight out and in. So if up is not an option, it goes straight out in front and back into the chest. If you're able to lift it slightly up, then you may do so, but only if your shoulders say that's okay. Pressure stays on that ball entire time. Exhale, inhale. We're doing 3 more. 3, 2, 1 more up. Bring it down to chest level. It's at chest level again, in between the palms of your hands, those squeezes, but now we pulse it. So you're keeping the muscle contraction the entire time, feeling the biceps, the chest. Breathe into it. Don't hold the breath. Don't lose your form. 4, 3, 2, pressure stays in between the palms of the hands, lengthen it straight out in front of you. We're going to twist side to side. Gaze is going to stay on the ball. We're going to twist over to our right. From those obliques, the side of the waist, we pull back to center. Now twist over to the left. Inhale, back center. Slow and controlled, slight bend in the elbow joints, and those shoulders are relaxed and down. So that longer lever, when we keep that resistance on the ball, you'll feel different muscles in the arms working and in the chest. And we're really focusing on the core to pull our body back to center. Exhale, side. Inhale, center. 1 more side to go. Exhale. Inhale, back center. Keep length in the arms, but release it down to your lap. Again, we're lifting that ball straight up, but with that longer lever. Going to your range of motion. Staying nice and tall, we lift it up until it feels good, and then we gently release it down. Exhale, it could only go this high, that's perfectly fine. Remember, slight pressure in the palms of those hands entire time, keeping that muscle contraction. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, last one. We're going to release it all the way down. I want your knees nice and close together and the ball goes down onto your lap. palms of your hands on the top of the ball. We're keeping the length in our spine. We're focusing on our abdominals. So I want you to press into the ball from your abdominals. That's where we're going to get our movement, our range of motion, and the pressure. So it's not upper body necessarily, that's secondary, it's working as well, but we're really focusing on the core. So we exhale, we contract our abdominals. We inhale, we sit back up nice and tall. It's a small movement. Exhale. Inhale, really feel those abdominals. Engage, squeeze, exhale. Inhale, release it, sit up nice and tall. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. Last one. We're back up nice and tall. Now ball goes in between the knees. We give the upper body a little bit of a break. Let's focus on lower body now. So in between the knees, our squeezes, really focusing on the inner thighs. We'll get into our quadriceps as well, those hip flexors, hips and gluteals. So press into the ball, little squeeze. We hold that for a second, then we gently release it. So exhale, inhale. Keep those abdominals pulled in. You'll feel them working as well. Adduction movement. Bringing to center, gently release. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Keeping that pressure on the ball the entire time. Right leg, extend long, release. Extend, release. I want pressure on the ball. I want you to feel the inner thighs and the quadriceps engaging. That muscle contraction stays there entire time. We don't hold our breath. We don't lose our form. 3, 2, last one. Back up nice and tall. Both feet are on the ground. Those squeezes again, but now those pulses. So little pulses. Muscle contraction stays entire time. We breathe. We don't hold our breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Keep that pressure on the ball. Left side's turn. Extend, release. Exhale, inhale. So really focusing on that quadricep to get that extension. It's not coming from the knee joint. We're trying to get all of those muscles around the knee joint nice and strong to protect that knee joint. Even working on inner thighs and all the muscles in that area. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Pressure stays on that ball. We lift those heels up, release down. Heels up, release. Exhale, inhale. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Keep the ball right where it is. That pressure stays on the ball. We're going to lean back in our chair. So abdominals stay engaged, keeping the length in the spine. You have multiple options here. We're focusing on the core, primarily the lower abdominals. So we're working on lifting both of our feet up off the ground. If that is just too much and all you either feel is pain in your lower back or pain in your hip flexors, I want you going high on the balls of the feet, releasing those heels down. High up, release, heels down. If you feel like you'd like to bring it up just a notch, both feet come up, they gently release. They don't have to go high. Focus on lower abdominals and breathe into that. 3 more, whichever you're choosing to do. 3, 2, last one. Stay back in your chair. Take that ball out. Walk the feet slightly out. Now we're focusing on the entire abdominal wall. So right in the center of the belly, that imaginary string is where I want you to focus on lifting you up from. So belly leads you, sit up tall. You can press that ball out, bring it back to chest, gently release back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Three more. 3, 2. Last one, we're going to stay sitting up nice and tall. You can gently release the ball into your lap for a second. Walk those feet slightly in. Let's find our posture again. Core tight, lengthen the spine, shoulders relaxed. Back to upper body. So we'll focus on both sides, but we'll start with our right side. We're going to do a transfer move to start. So we're going to focus on our rotator cuffs. Now, if transferring the ball or the item that you are using is too difficult going hand to hand, which it can be, then just hold it on your right side as we transfer. All right, nice and tall. Glue those elbows into the side of the body. Palms are towards one another. Remember, you can just do range of motion as well. You'll still get a wonderful workout. So we're opening up just the hands and forearms. When we come center, if you'd like, transfer. It's in the left hand we open. Come back center. Exhale, inhale. The ball, of course, is adding to our movements. It's not adding resistance necessarily, but we have to focus on our grip strength, grabbing, holding on. We have 3 more on each side. 3, 3, 2, 2. 1 more each side, but I want you to get it back over to your right side. So now it's in your right hand. So we're going to do squeezes, just little movements. So holding on to the ball, you just squeeze into it with the fingers and release. Grip strength, very important as we age. We forget about our fingers, our wrists, and our forearms, how much we use them, how much we rely on them for things still. So focus on that grip strength. Exhale, inhale. 3, 2, last one. Keep pressure in those fingers now. Just movement through the wrist joint. So down and up, down and up. A lot of times we get very stiff wrists because we don't do these movements. Down and up. These are things, even without the ball, doing these every day. Very good for you. 3, 2, last one, keep the palm up towards the sky, keeping that pressure in the fingers. So we're working on our grip strength the entire time. So grip strength is not just fingers, it's going into your wrist, it's going all the way down the forearm into the elbow joint as well. So remember, it's not just fingers that we're working. Very important. So palm stays facing up towards the sky, lengthen it out in front as far as it feels good, pull it back. Almost feel as if you're over exaggerating if you can get that full range of motion. Lengthen it out. Bring it back. So as that ball lengthens to the front, a lot of times I see people leaning forward. You're not leaning forward. Body staying nice and tall. We're not going with the ball and making it go further. Length comes from the shoulder joint. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. We're keeping it in our right hand. We're keeping that grip on the ball. We're bringing it towards our left hip. I want you staying facing towards me, but we're going to focus on great range of motion in the shoulder, working into our chest and really getting into that upper back. So keeping it on our left hip, we bring it up towards the right sky. That big diagonal opening. Exhale, inhale. So really feel that upper back leading the way as you bring that ball up towards the sky. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Now we're going to keep our elbow nice and high at our right side. Relax the shoulder down so it's not creeping up to the ear. Relax that shoulder down. Elbow stays out nice and wide, focusing on the back of the arm, our tricep. Extend it out, bend and bring it in. Lengthen out, bring it in. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, hold it out and then just gently release it down by your side. Of course, we still have that grip on the ball, so keeping that strength in that hand, the fingers, wrist, and forearm, nice and tall. Core is tight, lengthen the spine. We're doing those side bends, so bending down to the side. Again, our oblique lower back lift us back up. So we're not bowing to the side. I want you keeping that body facing towards me. Chest is towards me, lengthen the spine. Exhale side, inhale center. 3 more times. 3, 2, last one, back up nice and tall. We're gonna bend it up towards our shoulder. So that bicep curl to your range of motion. Lengthen it up and a slight bend over to your left side. Comes back to shoulder, release it to the side. Curl, press, extend, release it back down. Curl, extend, release it back down. Core tight. Curl, release it all the way down. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. Last one, curl, press, extend to your range of motion, release it all the way down. We're just gonna do 1 big stretch up and over, transfer it into your left hand. So big stretch, inhale, exhale. Now it's in our left hand. We get to do all that on our left side. See if I can remember it. Nice and tall, core is tight, keep that length in the spine. Let's start with those squeezes. So squeeze and release. Squeeze, release. Work grip strength on left side. So sometimes one side will be stronger than the other, and we sometimes think it'll be the side that we're dominant on, whatever, if we're right-handed or left-handed. It's not necessarily the way it goes. Depends on which side you favor and what you use more when you're carrying, say, your purse, groceries, whatever it is that you have to lift, opening jars, etc. I still want to open my pickles, so I got to make sure I keep my grip strength. 3 more. 2. Last one. Now that movement through our wrist joint, I'm holding on to it, so I really know that that movement is coming from my wrist and not from my elbow. Down and up through the wrist joint. Keeping that squeeze and pressure in those fingers entire time. Breathing. 4, 3, 2. Last one. That pressure stays in those fingers, working that grip strength. Remember, fingers, wrist, forearm. Palm stays facing up towards the sky. We're nice and tall. We lengthen out as far as our body allows. We bring it back. But feel as if you're over-exaggerating that movement. Really lengthen it out from the shoulder. Pull it back from the upper back. Shoulder relaxed the entire time. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Now we keep it in our left hand, but it goes down at our right hip. We're bringing it up, really focusing on chest, shoulder, upper back. So bringing it up at a diagonal towards the left sky, release it back towards your right hip. Stay facing towards me, so your gaze isn't following the ball right now. We don't need to work those obliques and core right this moment, because we've been working them and we'll continue to work them a lot. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Now we're keeping that left elbow nice and high. So remember, when we lift that elbow up to the side, release that shoulder down. So holding it high, focusing on our tricep, extend from the tricep, bend and bring it in. You might start to feel the shoulder, of course, because the shoulder's holding the arm up. I really want you to focus on the back of the arm, the tricep. Working into the elbow joint as well, getting that mobility. 3 more. 3, 2. We'll hold that last one out. We'll gently release it down by our side. So we're nice and tall. That length stays in our spine. Those abdominals are pulled in nice and tight. We just go down towards that left side. Oblique on our right pulls us back up. Again, we're not bowing to the side, so it might be a tiny range of motion for you depending on how tight your lower back and obliques are. Range of motion in the spine as well. Exhale. Inhale. 3 more. 3, 2. Last one. We're back up nice and tall. That curl and press to your range of motion. So bicep curl to shoulder. Press it up, extend over to the right, back to shoulder, release it down. Curl, press, extend, release it back down. Release it down. Curl, press, release it down. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2. Last one. Curl, extend. Release it all the way back down. We're nice and tall. Let's bring our arms out by our side. Just one transfer over to the right side. So really focus on getting that rounding in the spine. This should feel nice right now. And then big opening up and release it down. So we'll give the upper body a break now. We're going back to lower body. So this one can be tricky for some. So we're going to put it behind our right knee. So lean back in your chair. Take the ball. Put it behind the knee. If it feels like it's slipping, depending on the type of ball you have, the type of pants you're wearing, whatever it is, if it feels like it's slipping out, I just want light pressure with the hands on the side of it. You're not holding on to it and you're not assisting with the movement. Light pressure so it doesn't pop out. Or remember, you don't have to use it at all. If it becomes a nuisance, we don't want that in our way, right? So behind the knee, we're nice and leaning back in our chair, but we're keeping the length in our spine, our core tight. All I want you to do is feel like you're trying to get your calf to your hamstring. So squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Exhale, inhale. So flexing the foot will help engage the hamstring and the calf. It's going to help hold the ball in place as well. Especially seated, it's very difficult to get to the back of the leg, that hamstring. These are great to do. Let's do 3, 2. Last one, I want you to keep that pressure on the ball the entire time. Lift that knee up, release it down. Feeling that quadricep, of course we're feeling the calf and the hamstring. Yes, you're getting range of motion, movement, and strength in the hip flexor as well. Breathe into it. Especially if you're sitting a lot of the time, you don't get to walk much anymore. Let's strengthen those hip flexors. One more. Little circles around. Yes, breathe into it. I know you can feel it. I can too. Breathe. Reverse it. Other way around. And release it from the right side. Gently release that leg down. Let's do the left. So same thing. Flex the foot. Place it behind the knee. If it feels like it's going to pop out, light pressure on the side so it doesn't pop out. All right, trying to get calf to hamstring. Exhale, gently release. Squeeze, release. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. That pressure stays on the ball the entire time. We're keeping that muscle contraction in our calf and in our hamstring. Knee comes up, release it down. Going to your range of motion, different chairs, and depending on how you're sitting in your chair, you may not have a huge range of motion. I want you to be able to feel from your quadricep into that hip flexor and lower abdominals engage. 3, 2, breathe into it. Last one, holding it up. Little circles around, don't hold the breath. Reverse it other way. And gently taking the ball out, releasing the foot down. We're gonna sit up nice and tall again. We're focusing on center of the belly, another set of abdominals. When we sit up tall, the abdominals lift us. You can press that ball out, release, back down. Exhale. Inhale, feeling the abdominal wall contract, keeping the length in the spine. We're not pulling from our lower body. We're not using momentum. Just 3 more this set. 2 more. Last one. Let's come up nice and tall. Bring the feet in, bring the ball nice and close to the body. You can put slight pressure in the palms of the hands, so we're keeping the upper body engaged. And sometimes when we engage through the chest, the front body muscles, it helps keep length in the spine. So slight pressure, palms of the hands. Chest is going to release forward with an inhale. Exhale, our lower back leads us to sit up nice and tall. So now that imaginary string, visualize it pulling you up from your lower back. So not momentum, not upper back. Tighter you can pull those abdominals in, the more you will feel that lower back engage. Let's just do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, 1 more. And up nice and tall. Release the ball down for a second. Shake everything out. Grab water if you'd like. This is where we are going to transition to standing, if you choose to do so. Remember, if seated is where you need to be today and right now, or at this point in the workout, you may have started standing, but now you're going, okay, I'm getting a little tired. Stay seated. Remember, do what feels best for you. You can even do the transition part, but then sit back down when I stay standing. So make sure you do what feels best. So transitioning to standing. Using the ball if you'd like. You don't have to hold on to it, especially if you have an armed chair and you need to use the arms to hold on to, or you have a walker in front of you and eventually your hands have to help press you up from the arms of the chair, excuse me, and then transition to the walker. So remember, don't hold on to anything if you have different apparatuses or way of you getting up, all right? So if you choose to hold the ball, we're just going to hold it in our hands. Both feet are down on the ground, shoulder distance apart. So we're starting with those presses, making sure you are feeling what needs to work in order to get you up out of that chair. So pressing into the ball of the foot, into your heel, both feet pressed down. You feel those quadriceps and abdominals engage. They're engaging because they want to lift you up. They think they're about to lift you up. And then just sit back in the chair. I'm going to move my feet a little bit further back, so when I go forward, knees are straight over ankles, my nose is over my toes, and then I gently sit back up. 1 more of those, just pressing down, feeling those quadriceps engage, and release. You can stay there if you choose to, or lifting hips up and just slightly hovering over the seat of the chair. Again, pressing from ball of the foot to heel, chest goes forward, nose over toes, those hips peel up out of that chair, and then they gently release down. If you did that one, feet seem too far forward or too far back, get your good stance, shoulder distance apart. Remember, we're not on a tightrope. We don't need to be too wide. Some people who have knee replacements have to stagger their feet. Do what is best for you and safest for you. So bringing those feet, let's do 2 more hip lifts. Chest forward, nose over toes, hips up, gently release back down. Really feeling those quadriceps and abdominals now, I hope. 1 more time, we exhale, we gently release. Now you're either staying there with those presses or standing all the way up, whichever is best and safest for you. If you're standing all the way up, come along with me. We exhale, we gently release back down. Exhale, gently release back down. Exhale. We're just doing 2 more. Go at your pace. Do what feels best. Exhale. Last one now. We'll exhale, stand. We are staying standing now. Little shake out. And if you put your ball down, you may go ahead and pick it back up. I'm going to move around a little bit. We're going to have our chair close to us, but we're going to focus on our right side to do everything through our first set. So we're nice and tall next to our chair, countertop or wall, making sure you're safe and steady and balanced. Slight bend in that standing knee joint. We're going to work on upper body, lower body at the same time. It's always good to do our compound complex movements because it's not only good for the body, brings the heart rate up a little bit more, and it also makes our brain work a little bit harder, right? So equal pressure, ball of the foot to our heel, slight bend in that left knee. Ball is in our right hand. Palm is facing forward. We're going to do a bicep curl with a knee raise. So keep that elbow nice and close to the side of the body. Curl, foot comes up, release it down. Exhale. Inhale. Abdominals tight, lengthen the spine, relax your shoulders. Holding on to something if you choose to. It's light pressure. We're not leaning into it and losing our core strength. 3, 2, last one. Releasing that right foot down, little shake out of that left. You'll start to feel it because it's holding our body weight as we do our movements. Keeping ball in right hand, right leg is working. Side arm raise, side leg raise. Leading from our shoulder, so a slight bend in our elbow joint. Shoulder leads the way, only go shoulder height, and then focusing on our hip, outer thigh, and gluteals. So I want your toes slightly pointing towards the floor. That string is going to pull that leg up from your heel. Nice and tall, slight bend in standing leg, out to side, release it back down. Exhale, inhale. Upper body's nice and tall. We're not leaning to the left side as that leg and arm come out to the right. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Release again, a little shake out of that standing leg. So now that right leg is going to do a hamstring curl. Foot is coming up behind you. We're going to bring our elbow up slightly. Back of our arm is going to work our tricep. So a kick back for the upper body, kick back with lower body. Flex that right foot, bring it up behind you, release down. Curl and kick back. Upper body stays nice and tall. Keep those abdominals pulled in tight. Tricep hamstring working. Flex that foot, engage the hamstring. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Little shake out. Now we're focusing on gluteals, lower back, and upper back. So chest is going to go slightly forward, but I want your length to stay in your spine. So we're going to do a back pull with that upper body and a straight leg raise behind you. So make sure there's nothing behind you that you're going to kick and it's going to startle you. So bring that foot up behind you, bring that arm up, release. Exhale, inhale, pull from the upper back, and then focus on gluteals and lower back for lower body. No swinging. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Back up nice and tall. The foot that's closest to whatever you're holding on to. So my left foot is going to do the work for this movement. It's a single heel raise. You're just holding on to the ball. You don't have to do anything with it. Focusing on left side. So right toes can be down. That foot can come up. It can wrap behind. Wherever you feel safest and you're getting your best work right now today. So high onto the ball of that left foot, release it down. Up, release. Really working into that left calf, ankle joint, and foot. Core tight, crown of the head straight up towards the sky. That string's pulling us from the crown of our head. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Release that right foot down if it isn't already there. Closer feet are together, more of a balance challenge as we bend down to that right side. One more time. Left oblique pulls us up. Exhale, inhale. Just 3 more. 3, keep chest nice and proud. 2, last one. Feet can stay close together, wide apart, whatever feels best for you. More of a balanced challenge. One more move before we transition over to that left side. So both hands are on the ball. Our gaze is going to stay on the ball. This is kind of a balance challenge that we're doing now. We're twisting side to side, slow and controlled. Slight bend in both knee joints, slight bend in elbow joints. Relax your shoulders. Keep the gaze on the ball. We exhale as we bring it to the right. We inhale center. We exhale left. Inhale center. So again, that slight balance challenge. So the closer your feet are together, more of a challenge it is because we don't have a wide base to rely on. We have to really rely on that core strength, focusing on our posture and stature. How proud are we and tall are we? 2, 2, 1 more each side. And come back to center, release the ball. Yes, everything we just did, we get to do it on the left side now. So moving your body, taking your time, finding your placement. Ball's in our left hand now. Bicep curl, knee raise. Keeping that equal pressure ball of our foot to heel with that right leg. Put that slight bend in the knee joint entire time. We're working, we do that curl, so elbow close to the body, knee comes up, release it down. If you're starting to feel grip strength possibly from holding the ball for so long, ball can go down, you're doing the same movement. Remember, you can use body weight resistance, just gravity. It works. 3 more times. 3, 2, last one, release down, little shake out. You might start to feel that right a little bit quicker because we've worked it so much, and now we're relying on it to hold our body weight. Side arm, side leg. Shoulders relaxed, that's what we're focusing on. Slight bend in the elbow joint. Lower body, hip, outer thigh, gluteals. Foot is leading from that heel. So bring it out, release it down. No higher than shoulder level. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, nice and tall. Last one, release it down, little shake out. Hamstring and our tricep. So bring that elbow high, the palm is gonna press to the back. Body stays nice and tall, flex that left foot. Bring it behind you, release it. Bring it up, release. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, last one, little shake out. Now it's that straight back leg raise and a back pull. So still focusing on back body, chest goes slightly forward, slight bend in that standing knee joint. Nice straight leg, make sure there's nothing behind you that you're gonna kick. So we bring that hand up towards the chest, we bring that leg straight behind us and release. So when that leg coming behind you, again, you're not swinging. I really want you to focus on your gluteals and lower back. Exhale, inhale. Back pull with that upper body. If you're seated, you're doing that back pull. 3 more. 3, 2, last one, back up. Nice and tall. So the foot that's closest, it'll be our right side that's working now to do that single heel raise, just holding onto the ball. It's not doing anything. On your left toes, left foot comes up, bring it behind you, whichever is best for you. High onto the ball of the right foot, release. Crown of the head straight towards the sky, stay nice and proud through the upper body. I know we're starting to lose our posture, we're getting tired towards the end of the workout. Focus on form. 3, 2, last one, release, little shake out. Now remember, closer feet are together, more of a balance challenge, even with our side bends. So if you feel like you're struggling the entire time, open those feet slightly. Closer together, more of a balance challenge. You're still getting work with feet separated. So going down to our left side, we exhale, our right oblique pulls us back up. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Back up nice and tall. And there's one more thing I want to do, isn't there? Yes, I want to do our twists one more time while we're standing. So closer your feet are together, more of a balance challenge. Balls out in front of you, that slight bend in elbow joints. This time we're starting to our left. So when we come to center, we're not stopping at center, you're just kind of going through center, but slow and controlled. Gaze on the ball, bend in the knees, go over to your left, we exhale, inhale through center, exhale right. If you're feeling like you're struggling for your balance the entire time, separate the feet, keep the slight bend in the knee joints. Last time over to the right side, come back to center, gently release it down. We're going to have a seat, so slowly, carefully transition back into your chair. So, let me see if I can get my placement good. Once you get in front of your chair, a lot of times I see people plop into their chairs. Just like when we stood up. Find good feet placement. So, shoulder distance apart. Make sure you're close enough to your chair so you're not going to miss it, or you're not too far back. Don't have your legs into your chair. Knowing it's there, if you need to hold on, you have arms, hand goes on to the arm of the chair, you gently allow your body to go back into that chair. Grab water if you need. We just have a couple more things, just a couple fun moves, and then we stretch. So, ball, we're almost done with it. It's gonna go onto the ground. It's gonna go under our right foot. So once it's there and you find that form, we all wanna look at it, right? We wanna lose our posture, we wanna lose our core, and we wanna stare at the ball to make sure it doesn't go flying away. We know where it is, we can feel it under our foot. Sit up nice and tall, pull those abdominals in, keep the length in your spine. You can still bring the chin down towards your chest, get a nice little stretch if you want to watch it. Otherwise, you're just gonna go toe to heel, front to back. Light pressure, so you shouldn't hear noise and you shouldn't see the ball moving everywhere. You just want light pressure. You want to get that movement in your knee joint, in your ankle joint, front to back. It's a lot of core work too. Now side to side, right along the arch of the foot, inside, outside. If that ball decides to go flying away, you carefully go get it. We don't need to run up and go get it and stumble forward. 3, 2, last one. Now under the ball of the foot, we're nice and tall, focusing on our core and that quadricep. Pressing down into the ball of the foot, release it up. Press it down, release it up. 3, 2, last one. Now the heel goes on to the ball. Pressing down into the heel, so we're flexing our foot. What's working? That hamstring. Press into those abdominals and hamstring. Release. 3, 2, last one. Now just bringing the ball onto the foot. It's just laying right in the center of the foot. We're nice and tall. That left foot's going to come up off the ground. Release. When that left foot comes up, try not to allow that right to press down into that ball too much. We're working those abdominals. 2, last one. Let's switch sides. Told you these were fun. Almost done. Left side. Underneath that left foot, finding our good posture. We're nice and tall, abdominals tight, light pressure on the ball as we go front to back, toe to heel. Just 2 more, front to back. And now right along the arch of the foot, again, light pressure inside, outside. If it wants to roll away, it rolls away. We carefully go get it. No big deal. 3, 2, last one. Now the ball of the foot goes onto the ball. This is where I want you to put pressure, and this is where it's okay if the ball starts to wiggle and move underneath the foot. Quadricep abdominals, press down into the ball and release. Like you're trying to pop the ball. Press, 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 press. Release. Don't hold the breath. Exhale. Inhale. 3, 2, last one. Now flex the foot, heel goes onto the ball, same thing, but now that hamstring is doing the work and our abdominals. Exhale, inhale. You can even put your hand on the muscles that you're working. You can feel them engage. 3 more times. 2 more. Last one. Now just bring the left foot onto the ball. Nice and tall, abdominals tight. Lighten up that pressure as much as you can, because once that right foot comes up, yeah, that left wants to go down a little bit harder. Exhale, inhale. Just 3 more. 3, 2, Last one, release down gently and carefully. Pick the ball up. One more thing with the ball, but it's included in our stretches. So grab water if you'd like. I'm changing the music, but you can still hold on to the ball, all right? All right, grab water. You're done with the hard stuff. Yay, you did it, good job. So depending on the type of chair that you have, as you can see with my chair, it has kind of an opening through the bottom half of it. So these stretches, what we're going to focus on is placing it on the chair wherever you can behind your mid back. Now scooch your body back onto that ball and then press onto it so it stays there. So once it's there, I just want you to go side to side a little bit. Even if you have a soft back chair, you can still do this. It's just going to be a little bit more difficult because the ball won't move on that chair as well. Let's give ourselves a little massage. Let's stretch out the back and the chest and massage the back. It should feel good. And now, coming back center nice and still, all I want you to do is allow your chest to open and release back. So if it feels okay, your gaze can go up slightly. You're getting that arch in the back. We have a tendency, of course, to lean forward, especially as we age. So getting that difference in curvature in our spine when it's going one direction, let's do our counter stretches to focus on the other way. So this is a great one if you have the ball to place it behind you. Open up. And then we'll come back up nice and tall. Now we can release the ball from behind our back and place it where it's not going to be a fall or trip hazard when we have to stand up and pick it up. So placing it down and probably will roll away depending on the floor that you have. Scooch back up towards the front of the chair, nice and tall. If it's available to you, our spinal twist. We're going to twist and open to that right side with a big deep inhale. Big deep exhale. Let's go through center left, twist and open. Come back to center, hands are either next to you, walk them up your chair, interlace them behind you, big opening in the chest, feeling those shoulder blades squeeze together on your upper back, breathing into that openness of the front body. We'll release that. We'll bring our hands in front, interlace, round and arch the spine, opening up those shoulder blades and breathing into each individual vertebrae down the spine. Should feel nice. Let's sit back up nice and tall. Release the arms down by our side. We're tall in our chair. Even during our stretches, those shoulders come up towards our ears. Inhale. Exhale, release them down. Inhale, squeeze up. Exhale, release. One more time. Now circle to the front. Inhaling and exhaling. Opening through the upper back, feeling that good range of motion. One more time. Let's reverse that. Inhale, exhale. Opening through the chest, feeling that range of motion again. Release those shoulder blades down the spine and bring those hands onto the lap. We're going to lengthen out through that right leg. Nice and tall. Hinging from your hips, allow that length to go forward. Once you feel that stretch down the back of your leg, then release into it. You can round into that spine. But I want you bringing length out and then releasing length down. So hand not on the knee joint. It can be on the shin, foot, or keep them on the quadriceps. Let's roll up nice and slow. Once you're sitting tall, right foot comes up, circling from the ankle joint. So knee stays steady. And reverse it other way. And release right side. Let's do that on left. Leg out nice and long. Slight bend in that knee joint. Hinge from your hips. Chest goes forward. Feel that stretch and length. Bring it down with you and breathe into it. Every exhale, releasing those muscles and any tension you're holding in your body. Roll up nice and slow. Once you're sitting tall in your chair, bring that left foot up from the ankle joint. Circling around, breathing, and reverse it. And release foot down, opening those feet a little more than shoulder distance apart. Hands release towards the floor if that's available to you. They can stay on the quadriceps as well if you need assistance. Breathe into entire lower body and back. This should feel nice, especially those inner thighs after those squeezes into the ball. Let's roll it up nice and slow. Once you're sitting tall, heel toe those feet back to center. Arms go back down by your side. You're nice and lifted. Shoulders are relaxed. Just turning your head, look over the right shoulder. And come back to center, look over left. Come back to center. Let your right ear release towards your right shoulder. Body's nice and tall. Shoulders are relaxed. We're not coming up. We're not leaning. Let your chin roll through chest center. Let the left ear get over to the left shoulder. Again, shoulders relaxed, body's nice and tall. Now allow the chin to go back to chest level, keeping it there, not leaning forward. Feel that nice stretch, range of motion, back of your neck into your upper back. Now bring your gaze up towards the sky. No added pressure. We're getting gravity to assist to get that opening in the front of the neck into the chest. We bring our head back to center. We do our 3 deep inhales and exhales. Inhale, bring those arms up and around to your range of motion. And exhale. 2 more times. Big deep inhale, length goes up. And exhale. 1 more time. Big deep inhale, length up and around. Exhale, release it down, release it all out, because you did it. Yay! Give yourself a hand. Good job, everyone, for sticking with me the entire workout. I know they're long when we do these live streams, but I like to get everything in as much as I can. So thank you all. I will now go through everything and say a few things. So I'll start with my quote as I move my chair forward so I can read. My quote says, "You yourself deserve your love and affection." So this is Saturday before Valentine's Day, which falls on a Monday this year. So before February 14th. So, of course, we're always thinking about others, right? Especially for Valentine's Day, and what we should get them, what we should say to them. But remember this quote, which will also be Motivation with Meredith on Monday, from Buddha. It's you yourself, as much as anyone in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. So remember that, especially when you're doing these workouts. They're for you. They're for you to be stronger, mentally, physically, emotionally, for you to feel good about yourself at the end of the day. Because if we're not good to ourselves and we don't do good things and say good things to ourselves, we're no good for all the people around us, no matter what age we are. We must remember this. You are important. You deserve your love as much as all those people around you. Okay, so remember that. So that's our quote. And if you listen to the podcast, you'll hear me talk about that one on Monday. So now I will go through everything. So, starting nice and early, even before we started, Kathy Craig, looking forward to this workout from Bracebridge, Ontario. I had to go out to the garage to retrieve a beach ball. That's perfect. I'd like to know, let me know how the beach ball worked, because that's a perfect item to use. Beth McGuire, so I hope you enjoyed it, Kathy. Thank you for joining in. Beth McGuire, ready to go, 30 degrees and sunny in Sebring, Ohio. You guys are getting the cold up there, and we're getting the hot front down here in Arizona. So thank you, Beth, for being loyal, and I truly, truly appreciate you. Chris Foster, all set here in Stannard, Vermont, too. So Chris was ready to go. I hope you enjoyed it. We have Jill joining in from Shropshire, UK. Looking forward to it. I hope you enjoyed it, Jill. That's Jill Ming. Then we have a Jill chime in that says good morning. So good morning to you, Jill. I hope you enjoyed the workout and were able to stick through it all. Nancy says hi, everyone. Tuning in from Boca Raton, Florida. First live stream. So thank you, Nancy. I hope you enjoyed it and are still sticking with it. I know we go past our little hour time, so I hope you are still here. I really appreciate you joining in, and hopefully you'll keep joining in every month now. We have Golden Camel, Blanca and Vicky with Matt and Bernard from Fort Lauderdale and Vienna. ready to try this new workout. Very interested and super excited as always. I hope you all enjoyed it, so let us know and show us your pictures if you took any this time. So thank you all so much. Leslie says hello from cloudy, cold Ottawa, Ontario. Can't wait to get started. Had to find my air pump, now ready to go. Perfect, Leslie. You got the ball ready to go. You did the workout. I'm proud of you. Great job. Mask of Time says, thanks, Meredith. I'm so excited to finally be back in here today. I'm always doing your workouts. I'm always loving them. Thank you so much. I appreciate when you're able to do the live streams and chiming in when you give me comments on YouTube, etc. So I'm glad you're doing well. You're back at it. So we have Carol saying, greetings, Meredith, from Park Rapids, Minnesota. This is my first real-time live stream. Feel so much better after completing my Meredith workouts. Thank you. Well, thank you, Carol. I hope you enjoyed this one and you're still sticking around to hear the thank you, but I appreciate you. Hope to see you next month for the live stream as well. Teresa, good afternoon, everyone. Love these workouts with Meredith. Thanks. Well, thank you, Teresa. Hope you enjoyed it today. And she's from Wilmington, Delaware. We have Llama George watching from Jordan. Thank you. The session sounds great. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was fun. It sounds good. I hope you enjoyed it as much as it sounded. So thank you for joining in. Sue, hi Meredith, watching from London. May try this another day. I hope you do. It's a great workout. You'll feel resistance, but you'll feel a nice range of motion and full body stretch as well throughout it. So that's why I love the air ball. Chris Brack says, a little late to the party, but I made it. Hi to fitness community at Senior Fitness with Meredith. Beautiful sunny day in Salt Lake City, Utah, 41 degrees. Great workout, Meredith. Thanks for another good one. Well, thank you, Chris, as well. I know you have a comment. I'm going to get to it on YouTube very soon. So, and an email. Ennis says, I'm late. We'll do it tomorrow, early morning. It's 8 p.m. in Cairo time. Tired. Love your workouts, Meredith. Thank you. Well, thank you, Ennis. You always do so well, considering the time. It's so late there, and you're usually coming from work, so I appreciate you and you doing these workouts when you have the time. So get some rest, and then let me know how you enjoy the workout. Kathy says, fabulous workout, Meredith. Thanks from South Bruce Peninsula, Ontario, Canada. Well, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate it. We have Tina from Alliston, Ontario. Loved it as always. Thank you so much. We have Larry that says thank you from Larry and Daryl. In sunny Brooklyn, 58 degrees. Nice. Thank you both for joining. I always wait to see you chime in, so I get worried if you're not there. So thank you guys for joining in. I don't know. Let's see. Stella says, hi, Meredith. It's 6 p.m. in Lisbon. You gave me a great end afternoon with this workout. Many, many thanks. Bye-bye. Thank you, Stella. And with that, that's perfect. Thank you all for chiming in and joining in. I appreciate you all more than you know. So remember, go to www.seniorfitnesswithmeredith.com. All of our content on there. But we have a lot of new great things on there. We have a guest book, which many people found on Tuesday when we released it in our newsletter. If you get that, if not, sign up for it. And you can go on and just give us a little, insight into the workouts and just say hi and where you watch from and get on to our website from. So going under contact, you'll see guest book. Click on that, you put in a little thing, and then we have it on the website for you and everyone to see. We also have DVDs that are going to be released soon. So just awesome, amazing things that'll be on there. And if you go into our shop, you'll see we have DVDs in there. And if you don't have good Wi-Fi, or different maybe communities that could use them, you can order those. So and then all of our other wonderful content from our workouts and our podcasts, donations, 7-day custom workout plans, etc., etc. And a great place just to email me and get in contact with me. If you have questions, comments, anything, I love to hear from everyone. And I get to everybody's eventually. So remember that. Either if it's a YouTube comment, Facebook comment, or an email, I will eventually get to you. So if you don't hear back from me, maybe it went to a spam or something if it's an email. So get back to me. All right, with all that being said, remember, love yourself as much as everyone around you. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Love to everyone. Thank you all so much. From the bottom of our hearts, we truly, truly appreciate you all, and we look forward to our next workout together. Bye, everyone.